fall in love with upside market. I will say it again. Don't fall in love with upside market. You can see what does happen in our market locally here. For 2 days, this morning we're seeing that market is struggling to find its direction. Green and down, green and red, up and down at this hour. But as to speak, the global market opened mixed on Thursday as US stocks are looking up at this hour, while Europe equities drop on weak business activities as shown by the recent survey carried out in that region. Tell you that this is also what is kind of pushing stocks down in the Europe market. But for US, you can see that those S&P 500 and the Nasdaq are looking up this moment. Tell you that yes, there is a little bit out again in that market as to speak. But for Europe market, can see that it's down. While Asia market is also missed at this moment. But adding to the fear of a sharp economic downturn, why oil prices are sliding to hit another to hit commodity linked stocks. That is why you can see that these are what is affecting price of stocks in this environment, in this matured market. The continued rate hike by central bank and also has set a kind of a slow down global to set is set to close down is set to slow down global growth and also momentum as investors and consumers confidence are also dwindling at this point. I will tell you, consumers and investors are not happy at this time. You can see that their confidence is also dropping seriously, for the global economy. Why for individual climate, I can tell you, consumers are seeing because the high cost of what of activities or cost of living. At the same time, this is as a result of higher cost of what of energy prices around the globe. No increasing concern or worry for global recession is impacting oil price seriously as oil trade around the $109.6 per barrel at this hour. You can see that oil price has continued to oscillate up and down, just to also show you that the market is not looking friendly in some climate of the world, because oil price is really influencing a lot of activities, and that is why also the central bank of the world are not sleeping. They are also trying to marshal out strategies. That is why they continue to hike rates to control the inflation. Tells you that this is not sinking down well with the global economy. That's why I say fear of recession is here and there. But I would say to start with, before we go into the live chart, I would say stocks are fantastic financial instruments to trade if you understand timing and what and season, using dates and technical tools to guide your entry and exit at any given time. This your entry and exit strategy will help you to know when to go in and when to go out, especially when you are guided by what your investment goal. And when it comes to trading, there are different thinking among players in the market. Because stocks are classified into different categories. We have dividend paying stock, we have growth stock, we have also value stock, and others, defensive stock. This one, because of your investment objective and goal, you know exactly the kind of stocks that will use to achieve your goal. That is why you need to understand this kind of stock so that at the end of the day, you know the one you are playing. Are you playing growth stock? Are you playing value stock? Are you playing dividend paying stock? Are you playing defensive stocks? This one, no, it is that your goal and also what is happening in the market will also help you to know the kind of stock that you should target. Here, you get to understand what is happening in each sector, and also in that each sector, what is happening, also how such will also going to influence the company performance. Knowing what is happening in each sector, and also know how that's happening is going to affect the company performance positively or negatively, because equity price at any time feed on what on company's earnings. Since this is what company equity price feed, it's very important for you to know what is happening what in that sector. If the sector numbers or earnings will be good to impact the price positively. Also, you look at what we call market capitalization in terms of to know what is market cap, so that you're able to know which stocks belong to the large cap, which belong to the medium, and also the low cap stock. So that it will help you, because if you are trading, they tell you that there are some low cap stocks that help you to achieve your goal fast, while some also medium cap and also large cap. It is your goal that will help you to know. Once you know all this, to help you also to evaluate to know whether the stock is undervalued or overvalued. That is why I said you need to know the state of the stock. Is this stock, are they cheap or expensive? If you know these are different phases of the market or a different cycle of the market, it's very good for you to know. Yes, we saw kind of a rebound in our market for two days now. this morning market trying to find direction. Let's tell you that market is waiting for no seeking for a direction or seeking direction of confirmation. But I said earlier that market is also trying to rebound, but for rebound for 2 days, it's not enough to conclude that the market has, because if you look at where the market is coming back, coming down from, market has touched as high as 54,000, no 12, down to where it is today, trying to rebound. For me, we want to look at when we confirm whether this trend that we're seeing is a genuine one that is going to rally. That's why market must break out what we call 51,804.41 for you to say yes, this recovery is strong, and also that this rally will be sustained once it crosses it. But we are seeing, from what we discussed yesterday, we saw what commodity channel index showed that yes, because it helps you to identify a new trend. We have seen a new trend coming, but after the trend go, the strength of the trend will know. But we saw yesterday and the previous day. Today, market is green at this hour, slightly green, but let's see how far it will go. You need to understand also know the sentiment behind the market, so that if the market is at the nearby point or the stock you're looking at is at the near point, once you understand the sentiment behind the market, to go a long way to help you. That's why as an investor or trader, you need to understand the market you are playing, what is happening in that market. That dynamism will help you to understand the market you are playing. It's very, very important. Like also, before we go to the technical, I want to look at what we call a Fibonacci exponential moving average. That is what we call a EMA. Like you remember in this class, we're using a moving average exponential H. But today, I want to discuss how that come about and also other indicators, other exponential moving average you can also use when you are charting to know exactly what you are doing. Now, exponential moving average reduce the lag seen in a simple moving average by applying more weight to recent price. The weighting applied to most recent price depends on what, on the number of period in the moving average. We are applying 8, 21 and 50 and 55 weekly period for what, for early signal. You can use a 8, like when we use 8, what I call a T line. If you have 21 or 55, depending on what you want to use for long term and all those stuff. But I use 8 for what, for quick for confirmation of where you can exit or when you can enter. That is why it give you signal early. For 8 is the shortest, and because you're a trader and you're using the day chart, use 8, but you can use 21 and also 55 depending on your goal. Exponential moving average differ from simple moving average in that it gives you a day's worth of EMA. Calculation depends on what, on the EMA calculation for all the days prior to that day. You need far more than 10 days of data to calculate a reasonable and accurate 10 days EMA. There are 3 steps to calculating an exponential moving average. First, calculate the simple moving average for at the initial EMA value. An exponential moving average must start somewhere, so as the simple average is used as the previous period of EMA in the first calculation. Second, calculate the weighting multiplier. And third, calculate what the exponential moving average for each day between the initial EMA and what initial and value and today using the price. The multiplier and what and the previous period EMA value will help you to know exactly what you are charting for and what you want to achieve. Charting service or looking at the chart itself, you figure out this calculation so that at the end of the day you'll be at at where at the point that you understand how to use all this. As mentioned earlier, the entering signal are based on the use of what of 8, 21 or 55 weekly average. The 8 and the 21 and the 50 are Fibonacci numbers. Remember what I said yesterday, like when we draw, I show you that when the market pull back here, they touch the 50 points, and that is the almost 50% of Fibonacci before it rebounded. Also 8 and 21 and 55 are Fibonacci numbers that are especially sequence of numbers that I preferred when you are looking at when you are looking at the exponential moving average. As mentioned, we are zeroing to on 8 8 days exponential, like our T, our T line, which is the 8 days, is the short term of 8 days. Why the 21 EMA is called the medium term, and the 55 days is called what? The 55 EMA is called the long term. You can see now, you see why we're using our 8, eight, 8 exponential moving average for our discussion anytime, because it's for what? For short term, for you to catch your sell and your buy signal, where you know that if you exit, exit the market and wait until when you come back, when you break out, for you to jump in again and go with the rally. That is why it is very, very important to know how to use this EMA. Once you know how to use it, it's also another way for you to also catch your entering and your exit easily anytime you are charting. Each candle on the chart represent price movement, as always, as you know, either a day price movement or an hour price movement or a week price movement. The past few days or 2 weeks, it was going to show you what has happened, knowing what you are looking for exactly at that particular time. This is how to go about what using your EMA to capture your buy signal or your sell signal. No matter what the market is doing, you always see where you can enter. The past few days or few weeks have what the black, and also when we are looking at this, you see the bearish and also the bullish move from the candlestick and the line that we are using, because you know that this EMA is a moving average that comes in line. That is why in our own we use a blue line, which is the 8 days moving average. Once you're able to point all this, it goes a long way to help you to exactly know what you are doing with your indicator. That is why I said let's discuss how these indicators come about and how also you can use it to capture your entry and your exit strategy, which I've done several times in this class. You can also wait to see where there's a breakout or no with a trend line, confirming also that position of your each T line where there's a breakout or a breakdown, for you to exactly know what to do at that particular time. Are you going to exit your position to cut loss, or you want to just jump in because you have seen a confirmation that it has broken out that is set to rally? Once you see that, you jump in fully into that position, that at the end of the day you'll be smiling. Yes, people, before we go into the chart, want to look at the state of the market. The state of the market as we speak now, I'll tell you that the market is slightly in green. Market is doing 51,392.63, representing about 0.04%. That is about 18.42 points up. The market is in green at this hour. Then we also like that the market breadth as we speak is also in negative position. We're seeing 9 losers against 5 gainers at this hour. The 9 losers is topped by Ella Lake Company PSC, followed by Presco, Basine, Mayer, then Joe Holt, and then me and Baker. Others are in that category, but these are the top 5 for the losing side as we speak now. While on the gainer side, we're seeing FTN Cocoa topping the chart, followed by Owando, the FBN Holding, Unity Bank, and University Press. These are the gainers for this hour, but market is in green now as we speak. Then you can see the top trade, very, very important. I don't joke with the top trade when we are discussing this market. Top trade, you see Access Corp, leading in terms of volume traded. These are followed by Wando, FBN Holding, UBN, and the Transcorp. These are the ones topping the chart for the top trade at this hour. Market is in green, slightly in green, fine. But as an investor or trader, I told you earlier that don't fall in love with up market. You saw that the market has been up for 2 days if you maintain this trend. But I said that market will confirm a new trend once the breakout was the 51,804.41. We are seeing that if market can touch that level and break it out, that is where you can see yes, another new trend is on. That is where it can break out toward also the T line. That will also give you a sign to jump into the position that is running. This is how to trade. But the news in the market now to speak that yes, only just few news. You see that Champs PSC has just notified the market of a new director, while also the USN just notified the market of the outcome and also resolution passed during their last AGM. These are the market news as we speak. But for us to also track the market now, we'll be looking at what is happening in Access. Owando, the news that came to the market yesterday, was seeing Owando rebounded this morning. Yes, not like what I've seen that the minority shareholders are demanding for the list. I've not had it, I've not seen it, I've not heard it before, but we're just seeing no one do. Let's see how it goes. That this money is gaining, but investors have to be very careful when speculating with this stock for one do. Then look at what is happening FBNH. After it touched as low as 8 naira 40 kobo, they banded yesterday, and want to see at the trend be sustained today. So we're seeing it among the top gainers. Look at UBN. It's a stock that have suffered losses recently. Want to see how far the stock will go. Then now look at what is happening in University Press. Then also look at what is happening in Presco and that stock gain yesterday, today, it's also pulling back Presco and me and Baker. These are the stock will be charting this hour. As look at the chart, but quickly want to look at what is happening in the market. This is the market, what we call a Ocean Index action. You can see it here. You can see the stocks here. Then quick one before we want to call what we just discussed this hour now. The 8 days exponential, 8 days moving average exponential is very important. We call our money flow, you know, and the 8 days like as I discussed that short term is 8 days, 21 for medium and 55 for for long term. We are doing short term here. It's a day chart we're using 8 days. That's my T line. Yes, you can see the T line here. If you look at this chart here, you can see that it's a pullback before rebounding here. But to speak now, even with the green line we're seeing for the third day, yet to cross what the T line. A cross over the T line, for me, that is where you say, that's why I said that the crossover of the T line is around the 51,804. Once that is done, that is a new rally has been confirmed. For me, at that time, you can jump into the market and sleep. For now, for those that are long-term investors, dividend investors, income investors can be in position as we speak of most of them, especially dividend paying companies that are just pulled back and that are also expected to pay dividend for this current Q2 number we're expecting on half year. You can start doing. But for me as a trader, I want to confirm that the market has crossed over the T line before I can start buying, because I will know where the market is coming from at this hour. But if you look at other indicators here, you can see that morning flow is taking that fund is entering the market this morning. But MACD, if you look at MACD, you can see that the histogram is not looking nice. But you can see after touching as low as here, as also right like it's coming up, but yet to give sign of what an open. But you can see that morning flow is moving with the trend. You need to also look at, like yesterday we have seen that the CCI has confirmed a new trend. But I'm saying that until break out the T line, that is where I know yes that the market is set to for another rally again. This for the market. And so when I showed you yesterday that I draw the Fibonacci here, and then at 50, 1350 rebounded is a good one. That is the strong support level. For me, let's watch and see the market to break out here. But then look at 1 hour chart, what the market is doing. On the 1 hour chart, good market has crossed the T line. It's trading above the T line. On 1 hour chart, you can see it here above the T line. And money flow is strong, and one MACD is positive, bullish on what on 1 hour chart. It's a good one for the market. But for me, we see that on the 1 hour chart, market has crossed the T line, positive up, which is good. After it has been down all this way here, but crossed over here now and sustained it to remain up this morning. It's a good one for the market. As I said, these are what we are looking at. To confirm here that if this rebound is strong and genuine, now we can see that on the 1 hour chart, we are seeing a positive move here. But I said earlier, until we see a breakout of 51,804, before we can say yes on a day chart, that market has rebounded fully. Yes, as I just said, let's look at what is happening in assets position. We want to look at what is happening in assets curve. Is there still room for the stock to rally? Let's see, because it's in terms of volume, is one dominating the market now, leading in terms of volume. You can see that asset is trading above the T line. You can see it has gone up here. That's why now it's still trading slightly above the T line, around 55, 56. You can see money flow is still positive, and you can see that MACD has started making a move. After you can see the histogram line here is also joining. Once it cross here, we are good to go. But let's look at 1 hour chart for Access Bank. That will give us also a clearer picture of what is happening. Yes, you can see no bullish and bearish, and you can see bearish engulfing here on the 1 hour chart, but that's still trading above the T line. You can see it here, good volume. I see MACD is still positive and strong. Money flow reading 55 points, 65 points, I mean, which is also good for the market or for the stock. Yeah, there's still strength in this, access corp. Don't forget that this is a bank that also will pay into dividend. We expect this also to support the price of the stock. Again, Owando. Let's look at what is happening in Owando. Or what is happening in Owando. Owando in 1 hour chart, yes, is pulling back. You can see it here, but despite that, you can see that it's trading above the T line. You can see the stock. Yeah, yesterday you can see here down. Yesterday red, this morning red on 1 hour chart. You can see still bearish, bullish on 1 hour chart on the Wando. But let's look at the day chart for it. For the stock, the chart is telling us that the stock has been below till not this 1 hour. Will break up here, pull out here, break up above it now. But let's look at the day chart to confirm the position of Wando purely. Yes, Owando is above the T line here, but red, testing another strong resistance level here, 60, 627. But I may say that I can see, but now that is gonna coming down, but above the T line, you can see it here for the stock. Money flow just start looking up, and see sign here, and I'm also seeing that MACD is becoming bullish. If you look at the histogram here, you can see, and also why the blue line is heading to cross the red line up. That will confirm a bullish trend. You can see high volume here, but the volume was in here is more of sell volume. But the stock is up more this morning around the 627, 617. Let's see how far the stock will go. But like I said earlier, the news that came to the market from the stock company is still something we need to also have to be very careful with and watch where they are going. If they are saying that minority shareholders are demanding for the listing, I've not heard of it in the market before now, but if you can see it here, what Wando is telling us, let's be very careful when we are speculating on this stock. When it's opportunity, we need to also to take advantage of it, sell off, and also to protect your capital is very, very important. That is for Wando. Wando position for me, we have to be very careful when we are playing this Wando. Next one that we're looking at is the FBNH. This stock has maintained a bullish position for 3 days now. Let's look at how far it's going this morning. But yes, on a day chart, the stock is trading above the T line slightly. For me, you can see from here, after touching as low as 840, you can see the bullish and covering candle that take care of this red one here. This bullish and covering, but it cover the last day before this, and so that one was sustained. As we speak now, stock is trading above the T line, which is good for traders. And money flow is very, very strong, within around 82, above 50% good. And MACD is already also becoming bullish, trying to cross, but still bearish. Number was almost crossing to become to support the trend we're seeing. The candlestick looking up, money flow looking up. Once MACD covers, these are momentum indicators that also tell you what is happening. It's a good one for the stock on a day chart. Let's look at what is happening in FBN for on a 1 hour chart. 1 hour chart is strong. Tell the FBN is above the T line on 1 hour chart. Good for me. That means you need to hold that stock. If you're in that stock, do not time to panic out. Hold your position and watch what to unfold. MACD is positive on 1 hour chart, and money flow is reading 41 to 42, looking up. It's a good one. Money flow is looking up. MACD is looking up. Price is looking up. And price action is looking up on what on 1 hour chart for the stock. Good one. Let's look at UBN. UBN. Let's look at what is happening in UBN. Union Bank of Nigeria. What is happening there? So what is happening in UBN? UBN on 1 hour chart, you can see that it's green, trading trading above the T line, very good one, and money flow is well. I can see also MACD is becoming very, but night have turned positive again. Up, you can see it here with this long one here after coming down here. It's a good one for those. That's why I said those in UBN should not panic at all. Just for your position. Yes, now you can see on the 1 hour chart, you can see it's almost breaking another resistance level. Once it breaks this one again, that will up one for the stock. Let's look at a day chart for the stock. Even on a day chart, it's looking also good. That's why I say we should not panic. You can see it's trading above the T line here. It's a good one for me. Money flow is trading above 50, 64, 65, 64, 65, 63. Good one. And MACD is making move on a day chart. You can see it here. You can see the histogram here coming down, and MACD always covering up. Once able to cross the red up, to follow the same trend with the price action, money flow, and also the MACD. But trading above the T line for me is a good one. That means hold your position there. And once able to break out this position of 650 here again, that will usher in another top trend for the stock. And you know that there is potential for the stock after the major deal have been done around 7 naira by the majority shareholder. Let's see what will also happen in the stock for the minority and what will come. For that, put your position in UBN if you are there already. Then I want to look at what is happening in Varsity Press UPL. What is happening in UPL? In Varsity Press, look at what is happening in Varsity Press UPL. UPL on a day chart is also trading slightly above the T line. Money flow is increasing, looking up around 44, 40, 44. Once it crosses 50, it's a new trend. And MACD is also bullish. Here you can see that, let's see, but if the red one close the book, it's like here, full decision here, whether the blue want to continue up or the red want to come up, you need to watch. But for me, on a day chart, it's a good one for UPL, which is Varsity Press. Let's look at 1 hour chart for the stock. 1 hour chart is also looking at up, check that T, going above the T line, and my money flow is reading 57 and above, which is also good. And my day is also bullish for the stock. That means if 1 hour chart is positive and the day chart is positive, I would advise if you are in the Varsity Press, hold your position there and wait, because you can see that the stock has potential to go, especially as I really want to see the final dividend. We have seen the unaudited account, this stock, and the Line Africa, Academic Press, and the rest that we expect to see their audited account between now and the 30th of June. That means any moment from now. If the result come out and their payout also improve and the number also improve, the audited account, that will also support the price of this UPL as we speak now. Then finally, let's look at the price of Presco and Me and Baker before we call it today. Let's look at Me and Baker. Me and Baker. Look at Me and Baker. Me and Baker is below the T line. You can see it here already on the 1 hour chart. Money flow is looking down and my day is also bearish on the 1 hour chart for Me and Baker. Look at the day chart for the stock. For the day chart, stock is below the T line as we speak now, and money flow is reading below 20. Phone is not entering the stock now, no wonder. Let us wait and see. But the stock is bullish in terms of MACD, but let's watch and see what the stock is trading below the T line. Let's wait for confirmation of a breakout of the T line before we jump into the stock. Here there's a little or marginal pullback in the price of the stock. I trading around the 390, 380. I believe that this stock has potential to jump above 450, 480. That means if you are in this stock for medium and long term position, sold your position and don't sell out of fear or panic. Finally, let's look at Cresco. Again yesterday, and what is doing this morning. You can see that Cresco on the day chart, you can see that money flow is looking down for today. You can see it here. After yesterday, you can see the long there, almost 10% in yesterday, but this hour is moving back down, but you can see it's marginal. And let's wait and see. Magdi is bullish, but on this note now, we have to wait and see because money flow is already looking down. But the good thing is that even as a pullback, the candlestick still changing flat on what on the C line for Cresco. Let's wait and see. Let's look at 1 hour chart for Cresco again. To see 1 hour chart for Cresco is bullish. Money flow is being around the 87, 80, 70, 97 to 98. For me, it's 80, but try to resist the decline here with this candlestick passing here. Let's watch what you can see that it's a set position already. But let's keep our finger and watch Cresco. Yes, I will also say at this point, thank you for joining us today. I also advise if you have not taken advantage of the early bird that last 2 days ago, you still have opportunity to register between now and on Friday next week so that you can take advantage of the coming master class. Or information I'm going to share in that class will really change your portfolio. You need to be there. Make our time to join us at that master class because the stock that we want to give you, we've already seen them already. We have done our own research. What we need to just tell these are where you should be and this is where they're going to stay, and we're also going to update you on things on food in that regard. Don't forget that it's the information that you have will determine how far you go. And when you are paying to get information, you are getting information that will also impact your your financial goal and think that the bottom line of your portfolio so that at the end of the day you'll be a winner in the market. I look forward to see you at the master class. Also tomorrow, sorry, Saturday question and answer also will be by 12 noon. If you have questions, feel free to ask at our social media or you can send to the WhatsApp group. And also, like always, I encourage you share the link whenever we send it to you, and also subscribe to our channel so that you get any information update that was discussed. Anything they posted there, you get it. Like the 5 reasons for why you should be in the master class, and also why you should enroll. If you miss it, also what you'll be missing. When you log into that, when you go to our channel, you will see all this on the channel. That's why I would encourage you, subscribe to the channel so that anything posted on that channel will be notified, and so that you can read through or watch to see how it can also help your investment objective. Yes, again, I'll say thank you and say see you tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of your trading day. I remain Ambrose on now. See you tomorrow again.